Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. This video, we will be going over the mythological event and the loot I got from it. Stay tuned, because I did end up getting the rarest drop from this whole event. Enjoy the video. One more thing, be sure to subscribe, because we are coming up on 2,000 subscribers. Also, like the video if you enjoyed. The link to join my Discord is in the description. We're a fun, fast-growing community, and it's a great place to just hang out and talk. Now, on to the video. If you weren't aware, the second mythological ritual just ended. And this was the second one because the first one happened right as the mayor event dropped, as Diana was the first mayor elected. But she was elected again, and the event has just ended. During the event, you can take the ancestral spade and locate griffin burrows all around the hub on any grass block. You can dig these up to get coins, loot, and monsters to fight. These drops are pretty rare, all of them being very expensive. The cheapest one probably being a little over 1,000,000 coins, and it's really profitable. However, you do need to spend a lot of money on gear to participate. There are 5 rarities of the Griffin pet, and the Griffin pet is the pet that lets you participate. Odyssey. Mythological creatures you find and burrows you dig scale in difficulty and rewards based on your equipped griffin's rarity. So basically what this means is if you have a lower rarity griffin, it'll be easier, but you'll also get less loot. And the legendary one is the maximum. The legendary mobs are very, very difficult to fight, and you need the top of the best gear to actually end up killing them. However, the rewards are immense from them. As you can see in this backpack, this is my loot from the event. Keep in mind that I purchased my griffin and only started actually doing the event about halfway through the event. I purchased my griffin on day 3 of 5, and I think I only spent around 4 to 5 hours total on the event. But here's what I got. First of all, I have sold most of my enchanted gold because it was really high at a point, and I think I had about 2 gold blocks of this. So, let's say 5 more stacks of this enchanted gold. But I did get 22 enchanted ancient claws, a stack and 19 griffin feathers, a little more ancient claws, an enchanted iron, and I sold some of this as well. I think I had maybe 4 stacks of enchanted iron by the end of this event before I sold it. And down here is all the goodies. So, I got 3 antique remedies, which I think this is the cheapest one. Antique remedies, it's really good. It increases pet strength by 80% once on a pet, and it's pretty decent. The next one I got is 3 dwarf turtle shellmets. These are actually pretty rare, and what they do is when they are equipped on a pet, they make you immune to knockback. So this is basically the legendary turtle's 3rd ability. The next thing I got is a Daedalus stick, and keep in mind that I will put on screen a clip. I got one of these shells and the Daedalus stick from the same Minotaur. I got a double drop from a single mob, which is really, really rare. Oh! The Daedalus stick is used to craft the Daedalus axe, and I think they're about 7 to 8 mil each. The next thing I got is the Crown of Greed. The Crown of Greed is obtained from killing the lynxes or from digging it up, and I actually got this from digging it up. It's a pretty good helmet. Most people use it in combination with the Elegant Tux set. This helmet gives 130 health, 90 defense, 4 magic find, and a special ability. Hits have a plus 25% base damage, but cost the weapon's base damage in coins from your purse. So this is actually pretty weird, because if we put this on, so it says the base damage of your weapon. So if I were to hit a mob with this Fabled Thick Sword of Revelations, which is a base damage of 200, every time I hit a monster, it'll take 200 coins. But it says that if you don't have enough coins in your purse, it just doesn't do the additional damage. So, because I only have, 28 coins, it won't do anything. Another item I got is the Crochet Tiger plushie. This is one of the lower ones. I think it's on par in rarity with the remedies. It's pretty common. I think it's about 2 million currently, and it increases the pet's attack speed by 35. And you only see one here, but I did actually end up getting 2. The other one is on my griffin itself, as you see at the bottom. Held item, Crochet Tiger plushie. This is really good if you don't have the Livid Dagger, or if you're using anything that isn't a Livid Dagger, such as, well, the Revelation Sword. Because during the event, you're going to want to be using this sword only, and it doesn't give any attack speed. So, The pet item is nice. The last thing I got is the rarest thing in the entire event. I got this on my first Inquisitor kill, and if you didn't know, the Inquisitor is the rarest creature during this event. Its drop is the Chimera book. The Chimera enchant copies 20% of your active pet stats, and it can be upgraded to 5. And it's also an ultimate enchantment, so it does use the ultimate enchant slot. Chimera sells for about 30 million coins currently, and it's just a single drop. I will put on screen the clip when I play this, but I got it on my first kill, which is absolutely ridiculous, because the mob to spawn is a 1% chance, and then there's a 99% chance it'll just drop nothing. But I did end up getting the drop on my very, very first Inquisitor.
It's just a whole bunch of people in Superior.
I just got Chimera! I just got Chimera book! I started off doing this event with Superior Armor, but I realized later that, well, Superior Armor, it's pretty hard to do the event in Superior, because it has decent effective health, but it wasn't enough for me. So I switched to 3/4 tier 12 with the Giant Reforge, which gives 180 health per piece. And then I have the Pure Spirit Mask. It's pure for crit chance, because I needed the crit chance, because I didn't have Fierce or anything on these pieces. And the Spirit Mask actually got buffed in the Floor 4 update. Before, the Spirit Mask is a really old item from the Dark Auction back in summer of 2019. And it used to be pretty bad, because all it did was, once you died, you would respawn with 100 health. And back then, almost nothing could kill you, because the end wasn't released yet. There wasn't really anything to need survivability for. But, as of Floor 4 update, it was turned into a part of the Spirit Collection. And if you know, Floor 4 items are all called Spirit items. Spirit Sword, Spirit Bow, etc. And the Spirit Mask is now part of that collection. It is still obtained from the Dark Auction, though. The item ability did get a buff. Instead of dying, gain 50 speed and damage immunity for 3 seconds. Cooldown 30 seconds. So rather than just reviving you and getting 100 health, this thing gives you damage immunity for 3 seconds. And that's the perfect amount of time to just charge into the mob you're fighting and get tons of free hits while you're still immune. So this was a great combination. Another thing to note is that I do believe that the Spirit Mask is better than the Reaper Mask while doing this event. Well, specifically if you're doing it by yourself, because if you're doing it with a team, right, and there's healing orbs down, there's healing items, people are making sure you're alive, then Reaper Mask is probably better, because it doubles all healing from those sources. However, if you're doing this by yourself, and there's not many healing items that are going to be affected on you, the Spirit Mask is basically a second life. So I think use a Spirit Mask if you're by yourself, and use the Reaper Mask if other people are healing you. The sword I was using for this event is the special sword for this event intended. It is the Sword of Revelations, and because it is a wooden sword, I added the wood singularity to it for 100 strength. It also upgrades the rarity, making reforges better. So I put Fable on it. It gives 200 damage, 230 strength, and 100% crit damage with Fabled. I also have Critical 6 on there because it's really cheap and it's just a free 10 crit damage. And another thing to note is I have a Lifesteal 4. I also have Looting, Luck, and Scavenger tiers. Those are just the enchants from the Jerry event. They don't really matter, but they do increase your drops. But the big one is Lifesteal 4. So Lifesteal maxes out at 3. But there is a special 1 tier up book, Lifesteal 4, from the Spooky event shop. It's about 2 million coins. I think I got it for maybe 1.7 million. It just costs a few million coins and some candy from him. And it definitely is noticeable. I think if you are going to do this event and you are struggling with survivability, definitely get Lifesteal 4 rather than 3, because it is a pretty big difference and it's pretty cheap, only 2 mil. The sword itself also has 2 abilities. It has Heal 15 hearts per hit, which is similar to the Zombie Soldier Cutlass Love Tap. This basically just gives you more lifesteal and vampirism, and it really helps you survive. Its next ability is deals 200% damage against mythological creatures and Minos followers, but receive 75% damage from them. So basically, you deal 200% more damage, leading to a total of 300% damage against them, and you also receive an additional 75% damage from them. So, although you are taking a lot more damage while holding this thing, you are doing triple damage to them. So this is the best sword for this event. Don't try using anything else, it probably won't work out. Like I mentioned before, the Griffin pet itself has 5 rarities. The common one is the cheapest, and it's the one that you purchase from the NPC, the mayor herself. So the common one is the base one. All it does is unlocks the lynxes, and it increases your drops very slightly. However, as you tier up, by purchasing the Griffin upgrade stones, uncommon adds a few more creatures, as well as the legendary constitution ability, which gives you some more stats. But this is basically useless because, well, you have a god potion on. But the rare one adds a few more creatures. The epic one adds the ability to get the Crown of Greed from digging, and the legendary one adds everything else. Every other drop needs the legendary Griffin. Like, I'm talking the turtle shell, the Chimera books, obviously, the Daedalus sticks. Every good drop from this event that isn't the Crown of Greed takes a legendary Griffin. You have to have this. So this is quite the investment. As you can see, lowest bin is currently 55 million because it is lots of gold and some event items. But I do believe that if you do most of this event, probably maybe 2 to 3 days of this event, you will pay it off. You will pay it off. And another thing is, if you're tired with doing the event, you can just sell the Griffin back and make all that profit. The sword itself cost me about 20 million coins. The Griffin cost me about 50 million, and the armor set cost me about 15 million. So just under 100 million coins, and I got the perfect setup for me, and I managed to get all these drops. I will be waiting a few days to sell these, as the price will rise. Currently it dropped because the event just ended, and everyone is just selling right now, but I will wait a little bit longer to sell, especially the Chimera book. This is the most valuable thing I got, and I think it's currently 27 million, and I'm probably going to sell once it goes up to maybe 30. All in all, this event is really fun. It's really cool to see all the drops you can get, and I think it's up next to the fishing festival for my favorite event. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.